Through the power of plot armor, I heal myself. That's literally what he just said, and I kind of love that. Remember when everyone was scared that, like, Isla was gonna, like, kill the city at some point? Turns out it was the kids we should have been scared of this whole time. I'm pulling out the America for this one. And then I started blasting. This is an open carry nation. He's about to make Florida look sane. Listen, I've seen a lot of fumbles in my time watching Isekai, but a dude named Flamin, who I like to call Flamin' Hot Cheetos, killing Bug Queen Isla might be one of the biggest mistakes I've ever seen in an Isekai, because here's the thing. While yes, our king was still gonna conquer and do some evil things, I don't think he was gonna conquer the entire world and try to achieve god-level status to bring back someone. By essentially killing a single member of his nation, he is now on world domination conquest mode. A feat that even his most loyal of servants are saying probably can't be achieved, and he says, you just watch me. What if they attack us? We'll kill them. I can still respect the fact that Flamin forced a character in a different game into an unskippable cutscene that forced her to die. Unfortunately for him, he just got everyone else killed who dare step in his way. Brilliant. Now you make sure you drop a like on this video, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here on Patreons, where you catch my full live reactions to all this greatness and more if you also want to help fund the channel and videos just like these. So, do we have a Season 2 announcement as of the recording of this video? No. Will we get one? Most likely. It's Isekai. This isn't the 2010s anymore. Like, late 2010s, and 2020 specifically, if it's Isekai, it gets 2 seasons. Sometimes you gotta wait a little, but you get 2 seasons. It's, listen. This show will come back. Now, it's not guaranteed. Sometimes they don't. It's true. But you should probably just assume it will at some point. It's just this was funded for 1 season. When you see those, like, immediate confirmations of, like, Season 2, whether or not it comes out 3-6 months later or next year, that just means the studio was making 2 seasons to begin with, and they just are, hey, surprise. So this just means they funded 1 season, we gotta wait a little bit, then we'll come back for more. That's all it means. Thing is there was a lot I wanted to see. And they revealed, I would say, basically what I wanted, but they also teased so much new stuff. The biggest question I had leaving last week was, could the girls return? Because not only did Isla split her power between the two of them, it felt like they were being influenced in ways beyond his traditional game's control. So I wasn't sure if they could return. And to be honest, we came very close to potentially losing them or losing a 2. I think she would have won. I think if we get to a scene like that again in the future after the girls are more talented and more experienced, she probably can't win that 2v1, but I think given the new nature of their power, I think her experience trumped them in that moment. Thankfully, the words of wisdom of thinking of Mama and Papa got them to calm down and come home, and we got to experience the glory of a doting parent who says, my girls can do no wrong, it was my parenting all along. Loved it. What was really interesting is just watching our boy feel guilty. And what was really annoying last week is the number of people who misunderstood what happened and irrationally blamed the king. Now, a couple of things you gotta realize. He had no communication. They literally cut communication. So even if he wanted to rush there, like, I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna save Bug Queen Isla, he's not the Flash, he doesn't have instant teleportation, and he had no communication. Biggest thing you gotta remember. Number 2, he was under no assumption that another game's mechanics could force them into an unskippable cutscene that would kill. Now, as things were happening, he was thinking about stuff. He's like, okay, that happens in their game, but surely they can't force it. A lot of this is all new. Does he feel guilty? Is hindsight 2020? Yes, 100%. But he didn't believe this could happen, nor did he have any way to really stop it. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my god, he made such a fumble. How could he get her killed? He should feel... It's like, the f*** do you want him to do? Like, there's nothing he could have done. Like, in this episode, he realizes how much strength he possesses. People are going to say, well, he should have realized that. And that's how he feels. But even if he did, how would have that changed anything? All that would have happened is he would have been the one who died. Are you saying that it's more important that the king died than the Bug Queen? No, the game would be over, bozos. It was really great to see those revelations, to see also the tease of other mechanics. So that necromancy girl, we didn't really know like what type of game she came from. I'm pretty sure she comes from like a tabletop strategy style game similar to like a Baldur's Gate, given that her mechanics are based on dice rolls, which is really cool. I love just how like simple it was. She's like, oh, did I roll a critical? All right, we won. Bless the dice gods. Dude came in and tried to save the girls. I'm sure some people will say, knight in shining armor, blah, blah, blah. Listen, does he have a slave girl and give me some weird vibes? 100%. But in that moment particular, like, generally seemed like he was trying to be a nice guy. Was he probably trying to build a harem? 100%. He might be a harem MC for all I know. I don't know. But I do appreciate the fact that as soon as he realized he was outmatched, he said that and he ran. Smartest guy in the room, at least for the short term. A lot of different games are going to cause a lot of different conflicts. And I think the thing that I believe a lot of people are like misvaluing here is they're not thinking outside the box. Most of the things that I think about with this show, I don't actually think are going to come true. But when you're introducing a mechanic where you have all these different genres of games and their mechanics can influence your game's mechanics and unskippable cutscenes and like, there's so much to explore there. And when I make the jokes about something like imagine if like an FPS game was a part of this. Now, granted, he kind of does that. He says, you know what? The fantasy, I'm going to bring in the American here. It's kind of hilarious because, seriously, there's going to be some fantasy guys with bows and they're going to get shot with an AK-47. Brilliant. But if we learned anything from the previous episode, is that unskippable cutscenes are unskippable. Meaning, it doesn't matter if you weren't originally part of that cutscene in the game, they'll force you into it. Is it really insane to assume that a Call of Duty, some dude comes in from a Call of Duty video game, gets a 25 kill streak, and drops an unskippable nuke cutscene? If you say that's completely irrational, then you miss the entire point of the show. Do I think that will actually happen? No. But that's the type of devastation we have to be concerned with. All I know for sure is Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I mean, I understand why he did what he did, but if he's able to witness the hindsight that he should be experiencing right now, he will realize he just set the entire world on a warpath. It's also interesting, it feels like only RMC is one who doesn't pray to God. Now, it seems like everyone prays to God as like their ability, like I pray to the dice god, I pray to this god. But as far as we know, our boy just clicked a couple menu screens and, that's all that happened there, right? So, is that implying that he feels like he's God, or is everyone else just way more cringy than his? I don't know. Either way, we definitely need a Season 2. I personally believe this is my favorite Isekai of the year, and something that I could probably watch 20 seasons of and never get bored. But you let me know what you thought down below, and what do you hope to see in a Season 2 in the near future? Let me know. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe if you're new around here on Patreon. Yes, is where I catch my full live reactions to all this and more. Like I also like to give video shows to my patrons. So today we got Game Senpai, Isil Cicero, Michael Meadows, Sleepfish, Wayne Delcus, Marco Sun, Kieran12, Kieran Walker, Sean Cafferkey, Dragon Mom, Order Lost, Ishta, and we also have Eternally Lost. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.